Hi, how are you? I'm Detective Martini. 2 weeks ago, the president had a vision, and in this vision, God told him that there was only one man who could solve these murders. You know which man it was? It was Sherlock Holmes, but he was on vacation, so the president called me, Detective Martini, a silly 3,742-year-old vampire who loves to dabble in the dark arts and occasionally solve a crime. So not only was I sent here by the most powerful man in the country, but in a roundabout way, I was chosen by God. If you think these murderers can escape my massive moxie and unnatural determination that literally appears as a dark creature of the night that bathes in the blood of its enemies, then you're just downright wrong.
Oh dearie me, that sounds quite scary. I don't know what to say, really. I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't intend to offend you. I'm just a simple assistant here, and I don't have any special talents or expertise like you do. I'm just trying to do my duty and help in any way I can. But, you see, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And, well, actions speak louder than words, as they say. So, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
A buddy of mine said that I should play this. I don't think he played it himself. I think he saw somebody else play it. And he said, hey, would you look at it? Would you take a quick look? And so, yeah, quick shout out to Shmoewanes. That's my boy. Libera civitas vaudevillensis. Accuse, quit, notebook. Okay, so these are the places that I can go. Ah, Monsieur Saxabar, my name is Detective Martini. How are you on this fine evening?
Just fine. Thank you, Detective.
You're not going to ask how I am?
Why should I ask how someone I don't know is feeling?
Well, it's just the polite thing to do, Monsieur Saxabar.
I don't think it's necessary.
You know what? Fair enough. I like you. Straight and to the point. So, what size shoe do you wear?
Glad to hear it. That's none of your business.
This guy's a dick. Are you or are you not wearing eyeshadow?
What? No, of course not.
Okay, we've already solved the case. This guy's heavily involved. Look how he immediately just lied to me. Tell me that's not eyeshadow, dude. Okay, good. Thank you for that answer. What color are your eyes?
Blue.
I'll accept it.
Great.
Okay, well, here's the truth, Saxabar. I'm here because some people are dead, and I thought maybe you had to have, I thought maybe you could, do you have any information on that?
Sorry, Detective, but I don't have any information about the recent deaths. I'm afraid I don't have anything to tell you about the situation.
I didn't say anything about recent deaths.
Okay?
No, I'm just messing with you. I did.
Detective, if you don't have anything else to ask me, then I suggest you leave.
Why, are you busy?
Yes, I am busy. Now, if you don't mind, please excuse me.
What are you busy with?
I'm busy preparing for tonight's show, Detective. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye-bye now. Okay, we're gonna have to come at him with a different approach, because, I mean, he's just a brick wall. You can't get anything out of Monsieur Saxabar. My God. Let's try the graves and, well, one of our notes, I wonder if it auto-logs. It doesn't. So do I have to... do I have to actually work at this game to solve a murder? Because that'd be super cool. Chief Gretzky, have you ever murdered a man?
What? No, absolutely not. Why would you even ask me such a thing, Detective Martini? As the police chief, it's my duty to uphold the law and protect the citizens of Vaudeville. Murder is a heinous crime, and it's not something that any honorable police officer would ever commit.
All right, I hear you.
What exactly are you hoping to achieve with this case?
There's nothing really in it for me, Chief Gretzky. I'm Detective Martini, and I'm trying to solve these murders and put bad guys behind bars. Nothing more.
I see, Detective Martini. And how do you plan on achieving that? Do you have some sort of special investigative technique or skill that you think will help you crack this case?
Well, there's nothing really special about it. I'm going to follow some clues, and hopefully those clues will lead me to more clues, and eventually I'll just spiral down this clue tornado, and at the bottom of that clue tornado will be the murderers.
That sounds like quite a strategy, Detective. But let me ask you this. Do you really think you have what it takes to solve this mystery? It's a complicated and dangerous situation, after all. And frankly, some of the clues might lead you down some very dark paths. Are you sure you're ready for that?
I want to assure you, Chief Gretzky, no one, and I do mean no one, is more qualified for this than me.
Is that so, Detective Martini? And what makes you so sure of your abilities? Have you solved a case like this before? Or do you just have some sort of gut feeling?
Well, to this date, I have solved 674 murders. On top of that, I also have special military training. I was in the Army for 74 years.
Wow, 674 murders. That's an impressive track record, Detective. And you were in the Army for 74 years. You must have seen and done some pretty amazing things. Tell me, what does your military experience have to do with solving this murder mystery?
Well, it won't necessarily help me solve the murder mystery, but if I am going to be dealing with some unruly people, I can handle myself. And I know what you're thinking. Wow, you were in the Army for 74 years. I am a vampire. I want you to know that in no way is going to affect my investigation. I have been alive for about 3,742 years, but honestly, I can honestly say I've never met anyone like you.
Interesting. Detective Martini. So you're a vampire, huh? And you've been alive for thousands of years. Now, forgive me if this comes across as rude, but how exactly do you plan on using your vampiric abilities to help solve this case? Do you have some sort of supernatural powers or heightened senses that could aid you in your investigation?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I can see people's heartbeat. It's kind of hard to explain and visualize, but excuse me, still speaking, Chief Gretzky. Yes, so I can see when their heart is beating, and when it increases, it means they may be hiding something. So I can push further for more clues, if that makes sense.
Seeing people's heartbeat. Now, that's an ability. But forgive me for asking, Detective, how exactly are you able to see people's heartbeat? Do you have some sort of special vision or equipment?
The recent murders in Vaudeville, of course. There have been 3 people killed in the last few weeks. Maria Jensen, Nicola Grossman,
Thank you.
and Haley Greenwood. Have you not heard about it, Detective?
Maria, Janson, Nicola Grossman, and we've got Haley Greenwood. Maria Jansen, this shouldn't be a big deal right now. But the fact that I didn't capitalize these, and then I did capitalize these, that just really got under my skin. So, interesting. We're going to title this Interesting. All right, we'll talk to you later, Glemson, Grimace, whatever your name is. We finally know who's been murdered. Finally know. We got Maria, we got Nicola, we got Haley. Manson, Grossman, Greenwood. Interesting. And we just went to Graveson's Manor, Pascal's Groceries, police station. I'm getting a phone call from work. Please hold. Hello?
Hello, I'm afraid I'm not feeling very well today. I heard about the recent deaths in Vaudeville, and it's made me quite anxious. I just can't believe that something like this could happen in our city.
Oh no, it's made you anxious. Oh, that's terrible. Are you worried someone might be right behind you right now about to stab you multiple times in the back?
I don't think that's a very appropriate joke, considering the situation. It's not something to be taken lightly.
I wasn't joking. I was asking if that's what you were anxious about.
Oh, no, that's not what's making me feel sad. It's the loss of innocent lives in our community that's truly heartbreaking.
Yes, hopefully they were innocent. If they weren't, maybe they deserved it. I'm only joking.
That's not a very kind thing to say, even in jest. Every life is valuable, and no one deserves to be
that's so
killed.
true.
It's important to show empathy and compassion towards all individuals, regardless of their past actions.
Well, I don't know about all individuals, regardless of the... Well, we'll see. I mean, there's some people out there. Anyways, do you have anything to report to me, Detective Martini, that would help in my investigation? What?
I'm sorry. There must have been a misunderstanding. As much as the recent events are tragic, dwelling on them won't do any good. Let's focus on the present and try to make the most of it, shall we?
What?
Well, it's not all doom and gloom, is it? Life is full of surprises, and sometimes the unexpected can be quite exciting.
What?
I'm sorry, Detective, but your attempts at humor are really helping me feel better. Perhaps we could focus on finding some delicious oranges instead.
Is that code for something? I feel like it is.
No, it's not code for anything. Sometimes an orange can simply be an orange.
Very deep.
But if you're interested, perhaps we could find some other fruits to spice things
Mrs.
up a bit.
Potter. Real quick, and I don't mean to be invasive, but what size shoe do you wear?
Excuse me, detective, but your question is quite inappropriate and irrelevant to our conversation. Let's focus on the matter at hand, shall we?
Actually, Mrs. Potter, it's very relevant. I am conducting an investigation in murders, and the shoe size that you wear could potentially solve all 3 murders. So please, if you could share with me the size of your shoe.
Oh my, how scandalous. Seems like you're trying to get a little too personal, detective. But if you must know, my shoe size is none of your business.
What if you want?
Now, let's stick to the topic at hand and find those oranges,
Okay, how about these oranges? They're thick and plump and juicy and orange.
They do look quite juicy, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
But you never really can tell until you try them. And who knows what kind of surprises might be lurking beneath a thick skin.
Yo, what? All right, well, I want to thank everybody for dropping by. This has been Vaudeville, or however you're supposed to say it. Hey, if you like my content, do me a favor and subscribe. It helps a ton. If you don't like my content, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Just kidding. But if you liked it, drop a like. If you disliked it, go ahead and dislike it. I see it, even if no one else does. You know what I'm saying? But at least I know that you, specifically, Mr. or Mrs. Important, don't like it. But yeah, that's, so, goodbye.